I'm so excited to play this game. Let's see. Nope. Okay. No. Return. Start. Alright. I gotta find that. My name. Going to be. Confirm. Alright, select 2 traits. Where the... Can I go back? Main menu. There was something up here. Ah, I saw it. Well, hey guys. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of a new game that's coming out called Scarlet Hollow. And I'm so excited to play this. It looks very, very fun. I even like the art. It's gonna be fucking amazing. So, I guess this is episode 1. I guess that they're still developing everything else, supposedly. So, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Okay, select 2 traits. Traits unlock additional class and dialogue options. Huh. What do I want to be? I'm gonna take street smart. Keen eye. Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Oh yeah, this is totally me. Oh, sweet. Hold on. Oh, okay. Alright. Cool. That's better. Okay, sure. Let's get started. You jolt awake as the bus hits a particularly nasty bump. You feel like you'd only just managed to start drifting off, and now here you are, awake again, and still exhausted. For a moment, you're hazy on the details of where exactly here is, confusing this bus with the many others that came before it. But as your mind continues to reassert its existence in the waking world, the past few days come back into focus. The long-lost cousin, the bad news, the 26 hours of bus rides with countless late-night stops and city depots that felt unsafe even in the middle of the day. You couldn't normally find yourself traveling like this, but your cousin bought the tickets. The funeral of her mother, your aunt, seemed like something you should ignore, even considering your own late mother's rocky relationship with this side of the family. Fortunately, the end of your long journey is in sight. You're almost in Scarlet Hollow. So anyway, as I was saying... Oh no. He's still here. He's been sitting next to you for the past 5 hours, talking at you without pause. You're not sure he even stopped when you started to doze off. At first you thought he was just being friendly, but this was several hours of one-sided conversation ago. I was up in Maryland, looking for work but mostly messing around because I was a dumb teen. Me and my buddies were doing our usual prank stuff, you know, pushing joggers into the harbor, that sort of thing. Wait, what? Pushing joggers into the harbor? Yeah, you know, teen stuff. So this girl comes up to us, swinging her purse, yelling about how she was going to call the cops or whatever. It was hilarious. She actually hit my friend and he said it hurt a lot, so I guess she really was mad and not just playing. So she kept swinging, and soon enough, she lost her balance and fell into the harbor all on her own. We didn't even have to push her. We had a good laugh and fished her out. Her phone got soaked, she couldn't call the cops on us. We wound up hanging out all day. She kind of became my girlfriend after that, and we've been on and off for about a year. So it's pretty serious. Though about 5 months ago, she tried to break up with me. Like, for real. And jeez, you ever just get so mad you want to kill somebody? I don't know what to respond to that. You smile and pretend he didn't just say that. I picked that. I knew you'd get me. We understand each other. Somebody trying to break your heart, that changes a person. Makes them want to do things I never thought they'd want to do. I honestly could have killed that woman. Ha! Anyway, she's giving birth to our son right now, so I'm trying to get up to Virginia to be there for it. But I don't know if I'm into that stuff, so I might just wind up on a bus to New York or something instead. I've always wanted to go there. You were so worked up by the thought of losing her that you wanted to kill her. But now that she's giving birth to a child you created her together, you're planning on running off? Even if I love her, even if you love her, think about whether that love is strong enough that you'd be able to handle raising a kid together. Think about how your action is going to impact his life and whether removing yourself would be better for him in the long run. Huh, yeah, good stuff to think about. Anyways, where'd you say you were headed? I didn't. No need to be nasty, I was just asking. Not like I'm gonna follow you off the bus or anything. So, if you aren't getting off at my stop, then you must be headed to Scarlet Hollow, right? Or the holler, as they call it in these parts. That's only another stop until this bus turns around. I ride it pretty often, so I know. Almost nobody ever goes up that way. Though, come to think of it, I had a couple of buddies who went up there to work in the mine. There's a coal mine up in the holler, you see? And there's always a job listing or two on the boards up there, around there. I never wanted to do that kind of thing myself. I like my lungs the way they are. Thanks. But my buddies got desperate enough to try it. I haven't heard from them in a while now that I think about it. I should see if they're on Facebook, see how they're doing up there. Hope they didn't die. Looks back at his phone for once, focused on something other than you. Oh, this is me. It was lovely meeting you. Hope you don't get too bored without me around to talk to. Here, I have something for you. The stranger rifles through his pack for presenting you with a dripping bag of peanuts. They're boiled peanuts. I got them at a gas station a few buses back. I noticed you haven't eaten much, so I figured you could use it more than me. Plus, they dripped all over my bag, so I don't want to carry them anymore. No thanks. You put your hand up to say, no. I'm not really hungry. There's still a good 45 minutes left in your journey, pal. Assuming nothing goes wrong, best to have them on hand. The young man sets the peanuts down the empty seat next to him. The juices dribble out through the bottom of the bag and into the upholstery, instantly soaking it in peanut brine. And with that, I leave you. Safe travels, friend. I'm stuck with the peanuts. And just like that, you're alone. The stranger's peanuts soaking into the seat across from you. Maybe you can finally get some sleep. Next stop, Scarlet Hollow. End of the line. Almost there. The bus finally comes to a bus stop. Its brakes squealing as it deposits you in front of the Scarlet Hollow bus station. Well, the sign reads bus station, but calling it that feels disingenuous. At best, it's a kiosk. Though for a small town like this, you're amazed there's so much as a road, let alone a bus that drives on it every week. The driver quickly shuts the doors behind you and starts the engine, kicking up dust clouds as he pulls away, eager to leave you in this place behind. Hey, Roy Versailles. You instantly recognize the worn young woman from the few public photos on her Facebook page. She's your cousin, Tabitha, and she looks annoyed to be here. I'm so sorry for your loss. Come here, cuz. Bring it in. You go in for a hug. She tries to pull away, but it's too late. You squeeze tightly, your cousin squirming in your grip. Okay. Enough. Ow, god damn it. She pulls away from you, dusting off her clothes. Something you should know about me is that I'm not really a hugger. Sorry, I just thought you might like some comfort, considering. I don't. Now come on, let's go. I don't want to spend any more time down here than I have to. Your cousin turns and motions to an old BMW parked near the bus kiosk. You follow her, clambering into the dusty relic. This is so funny. It doesn't take much driving before the only signs of civilization are the car you're in and the road you're on. Tabitha maintains an icy silence as she focuses on the road. How are you holding up? Fine. Are you sure you're alright? You seem tense. You know you can talk to me, right? I went through something similar when my own mom passed. She tenses up even more at the mention of your mom for letting out a heavy sigh. Maybe it's a sore spot for her. You quickly apologize. I'm sorry. I know that's not what you're looking to hear right now. Look, I appreciate your concern, but I'm fine, really. Tabitha stares ahead, her expression tense and icy. I'm not gonna say that. So, the funeral. It's this Sunday, right? Yep, like I told you. Do you need any help planning? If you ever need help with errands or scheduling, feel free to ask. I know this stuff isn't easy. It's actually been fine. Just needed the coffin and somebody to dig a hole. Tabitha stares straight ahead, her expression tense and icy. Have we ever actually met before? I'm pretty sure this is the first time, right? Yep, you have your mom to thank for that. Or had, I guess. I don't know why my mom left or what kind of grudge she had against this side of the family, but I'm sorry. I wish I had known about you. Whatever. What's done is done. Tabitha stares straight ahead, her expression tense and icy. I'm not going to say it. You decide to sit in silence with your cousin as the car eases up the steep mountain road. And here it is, the Scarlet Estate. Though it's seen better days, its crumbling elegance is not lost on you. Someone used to cramped apartments in gray cities. Your mother told you about this place many times before she passed, always with an anger burning beneath her words. The faded majesty you once imagined doesn't quite compare with what's in front of you. A jarring blend of opulence and ruin as you stare at it perched on the crumbling cliffside. You can't help but feel like it's something that should have been left to rot a long, long time ago. Oh, I love that. As soon as you enter, you're hit with a blast of dusty air. Everything in this room has been here for much longer than you've been alive. Each object cemented in place with layers of dust and cobwebs. You can hear doors creak on their hinges and the aches and moans of ancient floorboards as the house itself sways in the wind. Welcome to our family's humble estate. Unfortunately, due to the current state of the house, only a few rooms will be safely accessible during your stay. I wouldn't go wandering or anywhere else if you value your limbs. The floors have been known to give out. If you know what's good for you, you stick to your room, your bathroom, and the kitchen, and hallways, I guess. But only the hallways you need to use to get to those places. I'll show you around so you know where it's safe to walk. You can leave your bags here for the time being. It's beautiful. I don't think I've ever been in a building that feels as powerful than this. You're lying through your teeth, but Tabitha doesn't need to know that. In fact, not only does she need not to know that you're lying, but she won't know, ever. You're a very good liar. It is. The state will surprise you of this region for a long time. It's quite a magnificent piece of architecture. Even now. Shall we take our tour? Follow me. You put your bags down and follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. She delicately steps over holes and tears in the floor, and you do your best to trace her steps. Kitchen. On Wednesdays, a woman from town comes in and does the cleaning. Her name is Janie. I wouldn't recommend socializing with her. She'll talk your ear off. If you need any food, there's fixings for peanut butter and jelly. Don't touch my mac and cheese or my ice cream. Those are off limits. Oh, and you can also access the garden through here, but it's pretty wild, so I wouldn't if I were you. What if I want ice cream? I'm sorry. Someone cleans this place? Why do you ask? Not up to your sparkling city standards out here in the country where we know how to put it with a little dirt and grime? Oh, I should have just lied. What if I want ice cream? What if I want ice cream? Then you can buy yourself some at the general store. If you touch my stash, I will know, and there will be consequences. General store? How folksy. Is it? It's a store that fulfills your general shopping needs. General store just describes what it is. Alright, what's next? Alright, what's next on the tour? Bathroom, follow me. Great, it's been hours since I've gone. As the two of you leave the kitchen, you pass by a tuxedo cat sitting on the countertop. Was that your cat? What's its name? Frau, do not try to pet her. If she wants to be pet, she'll let you know. I'm gonna leave the cat. You decide to follow Tabitha's advice. Shall we move on? The bathroom awaits. You once again follow Tabitha through a long, dusty hallway. Maybe after a few nights it'll get easier to navigate these spaces, but for the time being, you feel lucky to have not fallen through the floors. Guest bathroom. Not much to show. It's a bathroom. I'll wait outside. Do what you must if you must. Ooh, no! It is a nasty, wretched bathroom. Piles of junk sit untouched in the corners of the room, and mystery stains paint the floor. Oh. It's... I absolutely love it. I've always wanted one of those bathtubs with the little feet on it. Glad you like it. That bathtub is an extremely valuable antique. Who exactly uses this bathroom? Guests? Ah, shit. Ooh! Bugs skitter from the bowl as you lift the seat. I'm gonna pee. Army life. Next up, guest bedroom. Last stop on the tour. Follow me. You and Tabitha briefly return to the foyer before climbing the stairs and reaching the guest room. The room smells old. Dust, mildew, wood rot. It has it all. A week of sleeping in this place might give you a permanent lung damage. This is where you'll be staying. The linens are fresh. I had Janie wash them last week. I had to endure a half-hour rant about her kid to get her to do it, so you better be grateful. The closet is full of old family stuff, so you can't hang your clothes up, but you can use the dresser. It should be empty. What's with all the boxes? Old family stuff. Do you need help moving them? Tap the eyes up and down for a moment. No. What an inviting room. How'd you know how much I love syrups? That chest is to die for. I'm surprised to see that you have such discerning taste. Every last piece of furniture in this room is a genuine antique, handed down through the family for generations. Who used to sleep here? When? This house is over 150 years old. Many people have slept here, and now you'll sleep here, carrying on the fine tradition of bedrooms being slept in. I guess I'll start to get settled. Follow me. I'll take you back to the foyer so you can collect your belongings. this concludes our tour. I'm afraid I must return to my duties, so you have to entertain yourself for the rest of the day. Oh, I forgot my... Alright, I get to explore the rest of the house. Let's do it. I forgot to set my timer. And begin. Don't expect to see much of me. I don't know what happened when my mom left, but that has nothing to do with me. You asked me to come here, but you're acting all pissed off that I actually came. Can we just start fresh, now that it's just us? Okay, I'm sorry I've been testy since you've gotten here. You've been fine. I'm just under a lot of pressure right now. Please, just stay out of my hair until later, okay? I have work to do. What kind of work do you do? I run the coal mine, same as every Scarlet who came before me. Except for you and your mom. It requires a lot of time and concentration. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't keep me for long. Girl boss? Damn, I can't believe you're in your 20s and already running a coal mine. Talk about girl boss. Don't patronize me. I know you have nothing to your name, Roy Versailles. Any other name questions before I leave? Damn, dude. Alright, I won't keep you, but we should hang out when you get back. We'll see. There's a lot of things that needs to get done this week. Your cousin needs to... Alright, God, Jesus. And now it's just you and the sprawling, decrepit estate. I'm gonna settle in my room. Now that your cousin is gone, the aches and pains of your journey seek into your bones. You stumble back up the stairs to your room, suitcase in tow, eager to unwind before you face the rest of the day. You stand at the entrance to your room. Oh, what the fuck? You drag your suitcase over to the dresser and open the bottom drawer. An opossum lurks within. It is quiet, but angry. Go on, get! You gently hit the creature with the palm of your hand, timidly scared out the drawer. He merely curls up in defeat, feigning death to get you to leave it alone. Come on! You give up and close the drawer. The creature will not be moved. You open the top drawer. It's empty. As good a place you'll find to put your clothes. Based on the state of the house, you wonder if you'd have been better off keeping your clothes in your nice clean bag, but there's no going back now. You can only imagine how beautiful the garden must have been in its heyday. If you owned this place, you'd actually get out there with a shovel and some gardening gloves and whip it into shape. You'd go out, pull weeds, chop trees, carve topiaries, and do whatever you needed to do. Jesus, that noise is scary. You needed to do to return it to its former glory. And once it was all done, you sit by the fountain, which of course would have a little goldfish in it, and drink a floral tea while enjoying the birdsong. Yeah, you definitely do that, just not right now. This must be an old relative of yours, very old, judging by the dates on the inscription. You never heard of her, but you barely heard anything about your aunt and cousin until a week ago. So that's not really a surprise. Maybe you could ask Tabitha about this Mary Belle Scarlet the next time you see her. That is, if she's actually in the mood for conversation. Check the closet. Ugh. You can see why your cousin says you should put your clothes in the dresser instead of this closet. There must be decades of family history stacked up in here. Leave it be. I don't fuck with dolls. Some things are best left untouched. You close the closet behind you. That's enough. It doesn't seem like there's much else for you to do here right now. With Tabitha gone, there's no one stopping you from going into the forbidden wings of the estate. You immediately try the nearest door, only to be impeded by a lock. You're no stranger to opening locks, but this one is difficult. You probably need to swipe a key from Tabitha to make progress into the rest of the home. You haven't had anything to eat all day. The only things louder in your stomach right now are the creaks and moans of this ancient place. A PB&J sounds exactly what you need to take on the rest of the day. You head to the kitchen, ready to craft a beautiful peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's a daunting task, given the state of the place, but the aggressive growls of your stomach outweigh your fear of food poisoning. To get started, you need to find some peanut butter, some jelly, bread, plates, and a knife. I'm going to check out the garden. This garden was reclaimed by the Wooders long ago. You don't think you want to go out there after all? Are you even up to date on your tetanus shots? Yeah. You close the door behind you and return to the kitchen. The cat hastily to draw but remains firmly in place. This is clearly Frau spot on the counter. I'm gonna back away. I go Frau trying not to make any sudden movements. On second thought, I'm not hungry anymore. Look at this place. Just the cabinets. Close the cabinet. Check the fridge. As you approach the fridge, your eyes catch a note taped to the door reading, "Janie, stay out," in all caps. Below it, in separate handwriting, are the words, "Okie dokie." You open the fridge. You already feel a deep urge to wash your hands, even though you have yet to touch anything other than the handle. I would eat her ice cream. Nah. Let's go to town. Let's go to town. I don't know what it is. The state of this kitchen has put you off eating, possibly forever. Maybe it's time to do something else. Might as well head to town. There's not much left to do here other than head out and explore the town. You do just that. If you had known you'd wind up having to walk all the way back to town, you probably would have asked Tabitha to leave you at the bus stop, especially with how unhappy she seemed to see you. If only you could wipe the slate between the two of you. Wipe the slate between the two of you, clean and bury some of the tension. Though maybe her mother's funeral isn't the best time for something like that. Then again, maybe it's the perfect time. It's really pretty out here. Finally, you made it back to town. The holler, as that guy on the bus called it, has probably seen better days. It still has the feeling of an idyllic country town, but its sidewalks are cracked and many of the storefronts are boarded up, their windows dusty with age. A chill breeze sweeps down the lane and you shudder, suddenly feeling as if you're peering into a grave. Oh, it's a dog. Gretchen, come back. Quit bothering strangers. Sorry about that. Gretchen can be very slippy when she wants to be. She loves to get loose and cause havoc. Pug, she's so cute. I love pugs. She's so cute. Thanks, she is cute. Sure, most of her teeth have fallen out. And she's got a couple of weird growths, but for a 17-year-old pug, that's pretty good. That's gotta be really old for a dog, right? It is. She's about 84 dog years. I'm hoping she beats the current record holder and makes it 19. Or better yet, 20. The more time we get together, the better. Isn't that right, Gretch? But where are my manners? Talking to you for this long without introducing myself. I'm Stella. It's not often I see a strange face up in the holler. Every now and then there's a new crop of coal folks, but you don't look dusty enough for that. You're in town for the funeral, are you? The Scarlet funeral? Yep. I just got into town today. Wow, I didn't think there would be anyone else coming. Are you staying with Tabby? How's she holding up? I haven't seen her since Pearly Ann passed, or for a while before that, now that I think about it. I'm sorry, did I hear you right? I can't imagine Tabitha ever going by something so bubbly. She did back when I knew her better. It's been a while. I hope she's okay. I don't think she's doing too well. She's been icy, but it feels like she's putting it on as a front. She's always been a little rough around the edges. To be honest, it's always been hard to tell if that's just the way she is, or she's just been putting on an act her whole life. To think she's been in that old mansion, all by herself. It'll be probably good for her now that you're staying there, even if she doesn't think so herself. I need to change up the voice. Thanks for letting me know, by the way. Are you two friends? I was probably closer than most people have gotten to being able to call her a friend. The school here is really small, so everyone had to at least get along with everyone else. She was a grade ahead of me, but everyone knew her, especially since she's a Scarlet. We wound up bonding a bit when we were both in the school's production of A Midsummer Night's Dream. I was Puck, and she was Mustard Seed. As you might have expected, she was more than a little prickly, but I managed to soften her up a bit in the end. But then she graduated, and that was that. Oh, if you just got to town, you must be starving. I was just on my way to the diner for a coffee, and they've got amazing biscuits. My treat. Follow her. The pleasant aroma of greasy breakfast food hangs heavy in the air. In contrast with the empty, lifeless atmosphere of the family estate, the diner is filled with a comforting den of human life. All of which grinds to a sudden halt as the patrons realize that a stranger has entered their establishment. I'm gonna... Hey everyone, I'm Roy Versailles, just in town for the funeral. Before anyone can respond, you and Stella casually slide into a booth, pretending the whole town didn't just gawk at you like a sideshow attraction. Looks like your entrance was a little more dramatic than you were expecting, huh? Folks around here don't meet any strangers as it is with who you're related to. Well, let's just say you'll be the talk of the town for a while. As you settle into the booth, you can't help but pick up some of the murmurs of conversation around you. I tend to do that. Stella pets Gretchen while you take a quick look around the diner. At the counter, two pleasant women you assume to be the owner shoot sidelong glances in your direction while whispering to each other. Vivian's kid? Never thought we'd actually meet him. Looks so much like her. Oh yes, those eyes are unmistakable. That haunted look. I always thought it'd go away once she finally got out of this town, but I guess unhappiness was baked into her DNA. A young mother and her syrup-stained child sit at the table across from you. Mommy, who's that? Don't stare, Tulip. That's Miss Tabitha's cousin. Oh, so that's why he looks so sad. I would look sad too if I had to have Miss Tabitha as a cousin. Do you think Tabitha's cousin is mean too? I don't know. I'll find out next time I go visit Miss Tabitha. Is that Janie? That is Jana. Just Janie. That is Janie. Are you gonna finish your pancakes? They're almost cold. Sweet pea. We've got to go home to help Daddy. In the far back corner, a man sits alone at a small table, sipping coffee and reading a paper. Why are strangers who wander in our town never gorgeous blonde ladies of an appropriate age? Why is it always coal-boys, punks, and whippersnappers? Lastly, a group of coal miners since hunched around the corner booths, readily scarfing down, heaping plates of food. So that's the boss's cousin. There's a funeral this week, if I'm remembering it right. Oh, Miss Perlance. May she rot in peace. Oh, let the lady rest, Lloyd. One shouldn't speak ill of the dead, no matter how foul they were, especially before they've been so much as laid to rest. If you've been around in her heyday, you'd be speaking ill too, Tommy. He's right. Nastiest woman I ever met. That Tabitha's a blessing compared to her. Curse a whole lot of them. May every Scarlet burn in hell. That's enough of that. Hey, Stella, I went ahead and fix you up a coffee. They gracefully placed a cup of specially brewed coffee in front of Stella. Aw, shucks. Thanks, Avery. Here's some bacon for the little lady. Gretchen sniffs the bacon and digs in. Anything for you? Could I have a biscuit and coffee, please? I heard they were really good. Best in the country. Avery pours the fragrance brew into the empty mug in front of you. They linger after pouring your coffee, turning to you nervously. Oh, and sorry for your loss. Before you have the chance to respond, they're gone. Glad you took my advice with the biscuit. You won't regret it. Anyways, the funeral's not till Sunday, right? That gives you quite a bit of time to slum around town. I'm trying to think if there are any cool events going on this week. There's always a reading adventure at the library, which is supposed to be for little kids, but I do it every month anyway. Oh, and I'm pretty sure Evie's throwing a party Saturday night, so that's a fun thing to look forward to. And there's the weekly Sunday potluck. That should be right after the funeral too, so it'll be a special occasion. Sounds neat. Maybe I'll check some of those things out. Anyway, those are all the big events I can think of. As for the day-to-day, any idea how you want to kill time for the rest of the week? Something's telling me this is a loaded question. You've got something in mind. Was I being that obvious? My job means I spend a lot of time in the woods with the camera. It's always better when someone else is there too. Before Stella can finish, Avery returns, biscuit in tow. Hey, Whitty. Hey, Winnie wanted to give you a biscuit on the house. She sends her condolences. Thanks, Avery. It looks great. You pick up the biscuit. It's delicate and fluffy. It nearly crumbles at your mouth. Buttery warmth emanates from its surface. You take a bite, it melts in your mouth as if it was nothing but butter suspended in a thin matrix of dough. Truly, this is a perfect biscuit. Whoa, this is a really good biscuit. Wow. I'm so glad you like it. Avery lingers at the table for a moment. So, has Stella mentioned that she's, famous? Oh, Avery, I'm not famous. Look, if you're not gonna go around tooting your own horn, you know I'm gonna do it for you. Stella sighs. I'm a YouTuber. Oh, wait. What kind of... Cool, what kind of videos... Let me stop. Cool, what kind of videos do you do? She hunts cryptids. You should really check out our channel, Ori. It's amazing. I think the best video to start with would be that river one. Not the lake, but you know, the controversial one. Oh yeah, the Cottonball River Runner. I didn't expect much out of that footage at the time, but it wound up being my most popular video by far. So the River Runner is a cryptid that's only known for a single sighting. 2 Boy Scouts thought they saw something big and weird in the Cottonball River, and that's all I had to go on. But then I wound up catching this on camera. Stella pulls out her phone and shows you a clip of something in the river. Some folks said it was a beaver, but if that was the case, it'd be at least twice the size of any beaver I've seen. I also had people saying it was a dog or even a capybara, but that must have escaped from a local wildlife sanctuary. I'm still not sure what it was. I'm the only one who saw the thing with my own 2 eyes. Despite the shaky camera footage, you can clearly make out the shape of the creature's head and its relative body proportions. You're pretty sure that it's a mountain lion. I think that's a mountain lion. Can you see his little kitty cat ears? No way. It's absolutely not a mountain lion. There are no mountain lions this far east. I did a whole video on the Appalachian mountain lion myth and found Jack squat. And there's no reason one would be swimming in the river like this. They're not fans of water. And the body is too long. No way. Personally, I'm a fan of the capybara theory. Sure, it's not like any sanctuaries we're missing one, but there's always people keeping exotic animals as pets. Kind of a sewer gator type situation. Exactly, some exotic pet owner set it free. Now it will forever roam the Katabov, confusing Boy Scouts and YouTube commenters for years to come. So, speaking of things to do around town, I'm actually planning on filming this week's video tonight. I was wondering if maybe you'd want to come along. It's a pretty easy one this week. We wouldn't even have the camping where I'm gonna go after the. Wait, no spoilers. Whoops, sorry Avery. That's okay. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. Oh, my bad. I can't. It actually has a name this time. I'm speeding fast. I'm speeding a little bit too fast. Let's keep back to it. It's okay. I should probably get back to it instead of standing around chatting with friends. See y'all around. Now that the coast is clear, I'm going after Skunk Ape. What's a skunk ape? It's like Bigfoot, but smellier. Most skunk ape sightings are from Florida, but while I was doing research for last week's video, I came across a report where a lady from a town over claimed to have seen one on her deck, playing tug of war with her dog. And as I leave no stone unturned, I decided it was worth investigating. So what do you say? Want to tag along? Hold the camera for me while I narrate against that darkening sky, that sort of thing? That depends. Will Gretchen be there? Of course. It's actually been a while since I've had anyone but Gretchen out there with me. Say no more. I'm in. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I actually started a channel with a couple buddies of mine back in middle school, so it'll kind of be like a blast from the past. Me and Kanika and Reese running around the woods, flipping over rocks and bothering salamanders. Our videos were terrible. We had a lot of fun. That's all that mattered to us. You know, that gets me thinking. I wonder if they'd be down to come along with us. Get the old gang back together. Though I guess Kanika has to close out the general store tonight, so I'm pretty sure she's a no-go. But Reese, I think there's a decent chance we could get him to come out of his hidey hole, if he's up for it. Do you mind if I make a quick call? Stella pulls out her phone and dials it while it rings. Reese, dude, what's up? Feels like it's been forever. Oh, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you want me to come by, or... Okay, if you're really sure, but if you change your mind... Oh. I was just calling to ask if you wanted to come out to the woods tonight. I met somebody cool in town today. He's Tabitha's cousin. I know, yeah, just for the week. You know, we're going out to look for the skunk ape. We could take the easier trails, if that would help. Dang, man. That sounds awful. I hope you take it easy tonight. I'll swing by sometime this week and we can have a more low-key hang. How's that? Yeah, I'll bring him. Talk to you soon. Bye, bud. Looks like it's just you and me, pal. Is he okay? Is he okay? He's not feeling well, that's all. He's had a lot going on in the past, 10 years or so, but I feel like it's gotten a lot worse recently. I can't remember the last time I saw him leave his house. Oh well, it's not my place to talk about, really. I just got a little excited thinking about having him along again. He's hilarious. You'd love him. We should swing by his place sometime this week. That'd be nice. I'd love to meet your friends. Awesome. I'll make it happen. He's definitely the trickier one to meet. Kanika is much easier to track down since she's at the general store basically every day. But friendship can wait. We've got a skunk ape to hunt. So, we should probably head out if you want to make it up to the mountain before it's too dark. Come on, let's blow this popsicle stand. You pause before getting up. Maybe it's time to make a good first impression. You reach into your pocket and pull out a crumpled $5 bill. You know it's a bit more than one would expect to get from such a short dining experience. But you might as well share the wealth while you've got it. You smooth out the bill before placing it on the table inconspicuously. Oh, that's awesome of you. Avery will appreciate that, I'm sure. Stella turns to leave the diner with you following close behind. Oh, wow. It had been very cold when you first arrived in town, but as the sun dips closer and closer to the horizon, a chill descends upon the hollow, and you see your situation with renewed clarity. You're in a new place, far from civilization and the people you know, following someone you just met into a dark forest in search of monsters. You feel you feel alive. The fall breeze passing through the leaves, the orange hue of the setting sun painting the horizon, the promise of excitement ahead. It's been a while since you felt this in the moment, this present. The world around you feels almost magical. Were a mythical creature to actually manifest in front of you, it would fit perfectly in this world. Gotta love this brisk fall weather. This past summer was the hottest on record, since last year at least. You know how it is these days, each summer is the hottest yet until the next summer, which always finds a way to be so much worse. It's just nice to feel a chill in the air and see the leaves change, like normalcy was restored, if only for a moment. Sorry if that was a bit of a bummer. We should talk about something more fun like skunk apes. What's the weirdest thing you've seen in these woods? Other than cryptid related, of course. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Let me think. Well, there's always a deer I saw stealing baby birds out of a nest and eating them. What? That was pretty messed up. But I think most people know about that these days. I've seen tons of video of other deer doing it, so I'm not sure if it counts as weird anymore. Oh, Tetanus Lake. That's definitely the weirdest. There was a 5-foot deep, 30 foot wide pile of old cans and bottles and assorted garbage with grass and trees growing on it, so you could barely tell it was there until you stepped on it. It was practically solid ground with how much it had been compressed, but you could still fall through if you weren't careful, hence the name. Better be up on your shots if you want to mess around in there. It was all stuff from the 50s too, which was super neat. I salvaged a few bottles that I could keep in my dresser as a little souvenir. Do you ever hunt things that aren't cryptids? You know, like ghosts, demons, werewolves, that sort of thing. Yeah, for sure. I used to go after all sorts of spooky stuff. I never had much luck though, especially when it came to ghosts. Back when I first started doing solo videos, I'd go to all sorts of old abandoned buildings, hoping I'd stumble across some sort of activity. But nothing ever happened. It was all just me and my camera in an old house getting worked up over a gust of wind or a creaky floorboard. When all said and done, I've just been a lot luckier with cryptids. I want to believe in ghosts so bad that I can't rule out the possibility that there really are true hauntings out there. But if there are, I sure as heck haven't seen any myself. Werewolves, I kind of lump in with cryptids. I'd be shocked if there actually were people out there who turned into animals. But werewolf lore lines up pretty much well with the great beast genre of cryptid. As for demons, I don't know. I honestly don't even want to consider the possibility that they exist. Because if they really are out there, geez, a lot of folks are doomed to an eternity of flames. So let's hope all that's just a punk, am I right? What do you think of aliens? Don't even get me started. Did you see those UFO videos the government declassified? Aliens are definitely real, and they have absolutely visited Earth. Like, I believe in aliens way more than I believe in cryptids. You don't see me hunting aliens out here because we know they're real. See, that's... Heck yes. Aliens are real. Nice. I knew we had a connection. I know somebody who knows somebody who heard a story from this trucker in Bayville. What? What? His truck stopped in the middle of the road, just shut down completely, even though he had a full tank of gas. It suddenly looked like daylight outside. He could see cows out in the fields, birds in the sky. Then this metallic, like egg thing appeared, floating in front of his truck. He passed out. When he woke up, he was missing one of his pinkies. It was like it had never even been there. It was just smooth skin where a pinky should be. I know it's a second-hand source, but there's plenty more like it. And if they are true, could have been the government. Could have been the government. It's not like they don't have a history of conducting weird experiments on people. Sure, the government does mess up stuff on a daily, but the way I see it, I have about as much control over what they do as I would over extraterrestrial beings. Jesus, I'm butchering this. So if I have no control over these things, I might as well choose to think it's been aliens all this time. Let a little joy into my heart, you know. Besides, it's not like it matters which of us is right, or if either of us is right at all. I'll die one day, and so will you. And eventually, there will be no one left who remembers us or what we did in our lifetimes. Damn, you disarmed me with your nihilism, and now I feel an empty pit in my soul at the thought of the vastness of time. Aw, don't worry, isn't there some comfort in the inherent meaninglessness of our actions? Are you really expecting to find anything out here? What are the chances we actually run through a skunk ape in just one night of filming? That's fair. We are hunting a creature that stayed hidden from humans long enough to gain a mythic reputation. What are the odds of something like that popping out to star on my little YouTube channel? But hey, the chances are never zero, right? Let's move on. Did you hear that? Oh shit. Oh, calm down, Gretchen, you old mutt. Same you, Stella. You're always jumping at nothing, girl. Phew. Sorry for being jumpy, Duke. I thought you were some creature of darkness. No, girlie. Just old Duke. What the hell you... Let me slow down. Now what the hell are you looking for way out here? Skunk ape. Sorry I asked. Who's this you suckered into coming with you? Wait a tick. You aren't. Is that? Yep. I see. Welcome to the holler. My condolences. I'll keep you in my prayers. Now both of y'all head on back to town, you hear? It's best you steer well clear of this area tonight. I'm dealing with my own critter, and it won't be too appreciated if a couple fools with a camera scare away the more sensitive wildlife. What are you hunting tonight? Something tall and hairy? Something musky? You see anything like that recently? She got her camera out. Wouldn't you like to know? You never could stay in your own business, Stella Richmond. Put that damn camera down. Oh, come on, Duke. I like his hat. Maybe I can help out. I'm pretty good at tracking. You know I learned from the best. That you did. But I have yet to see a shred of proof that you listened to any of it. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas. You didn't even listen to a word that she was talking about. The way you tromp around the woods at night yelling about chunkabungas or what have you. Something's been getting at my chickens. I lost 3 this week. I can't afford to lose any more than that. I'm sorry to hear that. But, I wonder if the skunk ape has a taste for chicken. Now, see, this is why I don't... I love his reactions. Now, see, this is why I don't come to you about these things. It ain't no skunk ape, whatever the hell it is. I know exactly what this is, but I know you won't believe me if I told you. Oh, Duke, you don't think it's... I do, actually. It's those damn mountain lions. Down there, Stella. I don't care what your little investigation turned up. You haven't been out in these woods as long as I have. Those sons of bitches are sneakier. Of course you wouldn't find any more. Of course you wouldn't find any in one night of tracking. I know for a fact that's what's been getting at my chickens. It couldn't be anything else. I'm telling you, man, mountain lions are extinct in these parts. There hasn't been an actual sighting since the 1990s. And even those were iffy. I can't believe you go out there on your YouTube and say some river monster spotted by a couple of Boy Scouts have been 100% confirmed. Yet, Appalachian cougars are some kind of far-fetched fantasy made up by geezers like me. You made me look like a fool. I read those comments people were posting on your video. They were calling me all kinds of names. Just seeing things in my own eyes that I know to be true. I'm sorry, Duke. I don't mean to stick anybody on you. I just don't think it's possible. You'll eat those words when I come carrying a mountain lion corpse out of those woods at dawn. If you two don't want a face full of buckshot, I suggest you run home and stay out of the woods tonight. Okay, we'll go home. What? Good. I'm glad you got some sense. Stella needs somebody like that around. But I've got to film tonight. The video needs to be out by tomorrow evening so I can keep on schedule. If I miss an update, I might lose my new sponsor. Who knows what that'll mean for my career? No, Stella. We should leave. We should leave and we shouldn't come back. Return and we can settle as slowly as we can. She immediately picks up what you're putting down. Alright, Duke, maybe you've got a point. Come on, Roy. Let's go back to town. Maybe my viewers won't be too angry with me. Glad to hear you're finally seeing some sense, Stella. You two run along now and stay safe. Well played, Roy. Really threw him off the trail by pretending we're going back to town. Now come on, I know we can loop around. I know how we can loop around without him noticing. Yeah, we sure fooled him. Sorry if it was a bit much, but I wanted to seem convincing. You did great. He'll never suspect a thing, and you don't have to worry about him finding us out there either. I've gone out tracking with Duke before. The man sounds like a truck crashing through the trees. When he walks, even if we do cross paths, we hear him long before he catches wind of us. The trail's just up this way. Let's go. Alright. This looks like a good shot. Mind holding the camera? She hands you the camera and takes position. I'm trying a different voice now. I'm just having way too much fun like this. As night falls, my new assistant, the mysterious Roy, and I find ourselves on a high hill in the Blue Ridge Mountains, where we'll begin our hunt for the elusive yet pungent skunk ape. Though mostly encountered in Florida, this possible relative of Bigfoot has been spotted all along the southeastern edge of the United States, including right in this very county. Here's hoping we get a glimpse tonight. We'll check back once we're on the trail. Until then, stay searching, Stellars. I can take the camera off your hands now. We'll be able to start the tracking scenes once the sun sets all the way. In the meantime, we get to take in all this beautiful scenery. It's gorgeous out here, don't you think? It's breathtaking. And the air is so clean and fresh. I feel like I'm breathing for the first time. It is. I'm glad you came out here. Gretchen has no appreciation for beautiful mountain vistas. And it gets old saying wow into the empty expanse every time I come out here. It's nice to have someone say wow with... Ooh, hell no. It already got creepy. What the fuck? Your quiet moment with Stella is broken by a loud, percussive snort. What was that? No need to panic. That's just a sound deer make when they want to warn the rest of their herd about big scary predators like us. Let's check it out. As you and Stella hear the footfalls of animals retreating into the woods, she reaches for her flashlight. Ooh, oh my god. A single deer remains behind, staring down the light of Stella's flashlight while Gretchen whines and pulls at her harness. And then it's gone. Jeez, Gretchen, calm down. You're gonna hurt yourself. She cannot handle deer. When she gets like this, I usually have to pick her up and hold her. She has a bad habit of slipping her harness when she wants to go after something. You're too much of a potato, and they don't make harnesses to fit potatoes, do they? There was something wrong with that deer. Did you see its face? Now that you mention it, there was something a little off. I bet it was an abscess. Maybe a tumor. It's not like wild animals can get those taken care of. So they just get bigger and bigger. Poor thing. But there's not much we can do about it. They got my heart rate up. I'm so ready for the hunt. Same for me. How about we take a quick snack break to fuel up, then we get right into the night activities. I've got all these best trail snacks. Yes! Oh my god, trail snacks. Great. As you settle down to rest, Stella breaks open a bag of assorted snacks. Gimme. You grab the trail mix. Classic choice. It never fails to satisfy. I like to mix my own to make sure it has the best stuff. And I use dried cherries instead of raisins. Maybe it's a bit of a controversial pick, but even as someone who's passionate about dried fruit, I simply cannot abide raisins. Yes! Finally someone who gets it. Raisins are glorified mouse droppings. They destroy everything they touch. Definitely. Any other dried fruit is better. Glad to finally meet a fellow preserved fruit connoisseur who can appreciate my refined taste and trail mix. I ran out of breath. You and Stella, settle down on our overlooks, snacks in hand, as the quiet sounds of evening how life wash over you. Gretchen gnaws a stick, distracted for the time being. So tell me, what's it like in Austin, Texas? Do you have a house? An apartment? Do you live with family? Roommates? Pets? Tell me, what's it like to be Roy? I live in an apartment with a difficult roommate. I didn't find this guy. An old roommate of mine had him move in. Then he left and just stuck me with him. He's not the worst roommate I've ever had, so I can't complain much. The biggest issue is his complete lack of respect for any boundaries. He sleeps on the couch in the common area most nights, always unclothed. He steals bites of my food, which he thinks he's being really sneaky about. But there's nothing sneaky about taking a huge bite out of a freshly made sandwich when there's only two of us living there, even if I'm in the other room when it happens. And he infringes on my privacy all the time, too. If I close the door to my room, he'll just start screaming and sometimes even attack the door until I open it, then just walk away. It's like he has a complex about closed doors, which of course also means he doesn't close the door when he's doing his business. Sometimes almost like he wants me to watch him. And at least once a week he somehow misses and leaves these big pee puddles, which I always wind up stepping in. It's gotten to the point where I think he's causing lasting damage to the house. No matter what I say or do, it just doesn't get through to him. Anyways, sorry for the rant, but I could go on for hours about this guy. I mean, he's a cat, yeah, but he's a particularly horrible cat. And it's not like I can just give him away or anything. That would be cruel. Wait, he's a cat? Like the animal? Yeah, his name's Chuck. Oh my fucking god. I'm terrified I won't get any security deposit back because of what he's done to the place. So, what do you do for a living? I'm still in school. I got a work-study program going on right now that keeps me going. Sometimes I participate in research studies that throw a cool $20 my way. Oh yeah? I've always wondered what it'd be like to study at a big city school. Living in a dorm with a bunch of people your age, staying out late and eating pizza, meeting people from around the world. Though I guess you're not doing the dorm part. But I couldn't leave these beautiful woods behind. This is my home, and I love it here. I think leaving would just make me miss it. So what do you study? English. Oh, neat. So you study books and stuff? Yeah, I'm trying to be a writer. I've actually got a novel I've been working on. I think it could really be something. It'd be nice if that works out and I sell 1 million copies and I never have to live like this ever again. The crisp breeze passes over you. What about you? What's your living situation? Gretchen and I live in a little house just outside town. It's actually the house I grew up in, so it has a lot of pleasant memories attached to it. I'm glad I could keep it in the family. My great-great-grandfather built that house, and he must have done a great job because it's just as sturdy as it's ever been. I'm not sure what happened, but I'm sorry about your parents, Stella. Nothing gets past you, huh? Yeah, they're not around anymore. They died a few years back. But it's alright. I've done my mourning. What were they like? Did you get along? They were amazing. Two of the nicest people you would ever meet, and interesting too. My dad was a bit of a regional legend among hunters and trappers. He was always out in the woods on the trails of something, and we certainly had some interesting dinners because of him. He had to learn how to defend for himself, you see, since his family didn't have much growing up. So he learned how to hunt and trap and got damn good at it. He always made sure I had food, and then I knew how to get it if I ever found myself too far from a grocery store. I could make us a pretty good salad with just what's in this clearing if I had to, though it wouldn't exactly taste great. As for my mom, she was a saint. She was the local vet, the lady all the farms in the county knew to call if their family animals were in need of something. She was smart as a whip and strong to boot. Turns out pulling calves out of 1,600-pound cows all day is a great way to build muscle. But she was gentle too. Even the smallest mouse would get the proper care in her hands. I'm sure she's most of the reason Gretchen here is one of the oldest dogs I've ever met. So yeah, those are my parents. Whoa. Stella immediately packs her bag and slings it over her shoulder. I'm changing the voice up again. I could hear all sorts of wildlife just a second ago, and now it's quiet. You're right, and whatever made that sound is close. Here, hold Gretchen's leash for me. Let's check this out.
You and Stella inch towards the tree line as she shines her flashlight into the woods. As you approach, a series of weak clucks call out from a nearby bush.
Maybe Duke's birds weren't eaten after all. Ooh! What the hell was that? Hold on, I gotta play that back. Holy shit. I'm guessing it must be maybe 2-3 feet tall. Doesn't look hairy either, so I think we can rule out skunk ape. But whatever it is, it has one of Duke's chickens. It looks like it headed north. Let's go after it. Right behind you.
You follow Stella as she sprints.
I'm changing the voice again, but I'm sticking with the deep voice for this narrator.
You follow Stella as she sprints into the unknown, Gretchen excitedly pulling you along by her leash.
Oof! Are you okay? Yeah, I'm alright. I just tripped on something weird. Oh no, that poor thing. It must have been one of Duke's. Oh Jesus, it's still alive!
You move towards Stella to get a closer look at the chicken.
Don't let Gretchen too close. She'll try to take a bite if you don't stop her.
You hold Gretchen's leash close to your chest. She seems nervous, squirming slightly against her harness. Good God. At first you thought it might have been a tumor, but this is something else. The skin is stretched taut, the growth pulsing beneath. Looking more closely at the growth, you think you can see something squirming inside.
Oh, I see too.
Its poor little chicken eyes look up at you, glazed over, but still rolling around in their sockets with unfortunate life. Looks like this is what Stella slipped on. The wing is barely still attached, but that seems to be the least of this chicken's concerns. Having investigated to your heart's content, you turn away to give Stella room to film.
It seems we found one of Duke's chickens, folks, and she's not looking good. I'm hesitant to speculate, but she definitely seems to have some sort of growth under her skin. Could be a tumor. Could be something else. Either way, I don't think there's much that can be done for her at this point. Jeez, I'm gonna have to put some massive content warnings for this video. Hey, do you hear that?
What in the Sam Hill are you two doing out here? Didn't I tell you to? Birdie? Oh, Birdie. What's wrong, darling? Good God. Did y'all see what this did to her? Duke, we're on the same team here. We both want to know what happened to Birdie as much as you do right now. So we'll get to the bottom of this. I promise.
We were on the trail when we found her. Like this. Whatever did this to her, I think we could hear them in the trees.
Put that camera away, for God's sake, girl. I don't want to be in another one of your videos. No one needs to see me like this.
Oh, no one needs to see Birdie like this. You wouldn't put her online, would you? Not when she's like this, all swollen and hurting. Duke, did you hear me? I think they're coming closer.
Come out, you sons of bitches!
Duke, don't shoot them. We have no idea what'll happen.
You hear that, Stella? That ain't the sound of something peace-like. Whatever these things are, they'll pay for what they did to my girls.
Oh my God, chill out. Oh my God, the dog.
Come on, whatever your name is, grab that flashlight and help me line up a good shot.
As the creatures in the tree line grow louder and more numerous, Gretchen violently strains against her harness. I'm not losing the dog. You dive forward to scoop Gretchen into your arms just before she manages to wriggle out of her harness.
God damn it!
You hear a body hit the ground, and then as the quiet chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in, you hear a body hit the ground, and then quiet as this chaos fades and the sounds of nature creep back in. Gretchen? Roy? Duke? Are you alright? I'm just glad we're not dead. Yeah, not being dead is good. Gretchen whines and shakes in your arms. Gretchen, here, I'll take her, my poor little pup. Thanks for watching out for her. Duke, are you okay? Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God, Duke, holy shit. What do we do now? What the hell are we supposed to do? What do you mean, what do we do? We gotta take this to the police. A man's dead. You're right, and we have footage of what happened here. But it's so dark and shaky, it all just seems so unbelievable. We need more footage. Come on, let's go after them before we lose our chance. Lead the way. Keen Eye still looks for a lead. You notice a faint trail of blood leading into the woods. Duke's shotgun blast must have tagged the creature in their scuffle. Oh, I can't believe we're going after them. See those bloodstains? Looks like we have a trail. Stella, look at those bloodstains. I think we have a trail to follow. You're right. Duke must have tagged one of them before he... Let's go before the trail is cold. I think we... Oh shit. As you and Stella push through the woods, the unearthly sounds once again surround you. Oh my God. Oh God. They're back. I think we fucked up. There's a clearing up ahead. Stella stops in her tracks a few feet ahead of you. Holy shit, I think I'm gonna be sick. Oh my God! The shrieks pull back into steady whispers as you and Stella stumble upon the putrid bodies of dozens of dead and dying animals. A sinking realization pulls at your gut. This is your nest, and you are surrounded. More of those swellings. All the animals here have them, or had them. We need to get out of here. The footage doesn't matter anymore. Let's just get the hell away from this nest. Agreed. Just as you follow Stella in a mad dash through the woods, so too do the unearthly hollers and whispers of the nest. In the highest reaches of the trees and down on the forest floor, they're all around you, casually keeping pace with your all-out sprint. Jesus Christ. We're almost there.
As you and Stella reach the main road, the cries of the creatures fade back into the sounds of nature.
It sounds like they stopped following us. I should get reception now that we're back on the main road. Let me find my phone so I can call the sheriff. Feel a buzz in your pocket. 6 missed calls from Tabitha and 13 text messages. You try and call Tabitha guest, but it goes straight to voicemail. You text Tabitha back and let her know you're okay. Your message sits unread. Yikes. Tabitha's been blowing up my phone. I guess she must be worried about you. But first things first, let's call the police. Stella pulls out her phone and dials. Hello, Earl. Stella Richmond. I'm up the mountain on the Asgina Trail. I'm messing up this so bad. Duke is dead, Earl. Shotgun. It happened right in front of us. There's something in the woods. You gotta hurry. Okay, yeah. Are they really gone? Are they really gone? Yeah, I think we're okay, but hurry. Jesus, Earl, who's gonna tell Bo? I guess now we wait.
Look out here.
It takes a little while, but eventually a patrol car arrives at the scene. Out of it walk 2 officers, Sheriff Hugby, a friendly older man, and Deputy Franklin, a serious man wearing sunglasses despite it being the middle of the night.
I keep switching up the voices. I'm just having way too much fun right now. See, right there, a thing jumps out of the woods and then the shotgun goes off.
What in the Sam Hill? Is that some kind of Pillsbury Doughboy?
Could have been a naked maniac.
As the video reveals the creature's nest, Franklin ever so slightly lowers his sunglasses.
Or a whole bunch of naked maniacs. What the heck is it? Some sort of crop circle?
They killed Duke.
Uh-huh. Now we're going to have to confiscate this camera, Miss Richmond, if you don't mind. This is evidence.
But okay. Let me just turn it off to save the battery. As Stella fiddles with the camera, you notice her pop out the memory card and slide it up her sleeve. Here you go, Deputy Franklin.
We appreciate your compliance with the law. We'll get a team out in the morning to retrieve the body, but for now, Sheriff Hugby and I...
Please call me Earl.
Earl and I will escort you and... Who are you exactly? That's Roy. He came into town today for the funeral. Roy Versailles? As in... Tabitha's cousin. Yeah.
Damn. I didn't think you actually showed.
We'll escort you both back to town. If there's a naked maniac on the loose, it's best you don't walk back on your own. It wasn't a... Never mind. Why aren't you going out there tonight? There's a dead body in the woods. Those things out there could attack someone else.
Well, it ain't exactly like old Duke's going anywhere at this point. He'll still be out there in the morning.
Damn, what the fuck? I'd be pissed if someone left my body out in the woods. We only have a skeleton crew at the moment. Monday nights are Deputy Derrickson's bowling nights. We'll be on alert for any more reports of naked maniacs, but retrieving Duke will just have to wait. Now, if you kindly step into the vehicle, we can return you safely to your home. Do we have to ride back with you? We can just walk. Those creatures left. We'll be fine. I'm afraid I'm going to have to insist, for your own safety. Okay, thank you.
You can ride up front with me, little lady. That is, if your mama permits.
Sure, Earl. You could hold Gretchen on the way back to town.
You two stay out of trouble. We have all...
Oh wait, that's the wrong guy.
You two stay out of trouble. We have this all sorted out in the morning. Just get a good night's sleep. And you, whatever your name was...
Fox Mulder. Sure. You're in town for the funeral? Good. Don't you go leaving before then. I imagine we'll need to ask you a few questions about everything you've seen tonight. Stella, keep an eye on him for us. Make sure he doesn't get into any more trouble.
Y'all have a good night now.
Bye-bye, Gretchen. You know,
I love this so much.
bye-bye, Gretchen. And y'all have a lovely evening. If any bugaboos give you trouble, you know how to get in touch.
And here you are, back in town, away from the woods, with no one but Stella in sight.
Holy shit.
Why? I hope you don't mind me asking. But why on earth did you ask if we could walk back?
That's a fair question. I've just had some bad experiences with cars. I don't know how to drive them, and I don't like getting into them unless it's literally a question of life or death. Which I guess tonight was. Sorry if I weirded you out. God, what a night. And it seemed a little blasé.
It sure seemed a little blasé about a man's death.
I can't believe they're waiting until the morning to even start looking for him. No, don't time me out. This is getting too far. Who knows what those things are doing to his body right now? And so what's worse is that I think they implied that you're a suspect. Even after we showed them all that footage. Typical. Even the nest. The truth will get out. Even if they don't believe that footage. Those things are out there in the woods. And something's telling me they're not going away. Yeah, no kidding. But it's okay. I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you. I was there. I filmed the whole thing. At the very least, it'll never hold up a court. Where the fuck is that big noise coming from? And it won't get to that point either, because we're going to do a little investigating of our own. We got to find out more about those things. If we can get clear footage, or better yet, trap one of them, there's no way they can blame you for what happened. The library doesn't open for a while, but I've read every book on cryptids they have and never came across anything like this. There is someone in town who might have some useful information. Her place isn't far. We should head over now before it gets any later. I should probably check in on Tabitha. My friend's place is on the way back, and stopping by shouldn't take long. You sure you don't want to stop in first? I know I wouldn't want to head up the mountain road by myself after everything that's happened tonight.
When you put it like that, sure, let's do it.
Awesome, let's go. The general store. This must be where Stella's friend, Kanika, lives. I hope she's still awake.
Ooh, who the fuck is that?
Keen eye. Out of the corner of your eye, you spot a shadowy figure staring at you from across the road. You didn't hear it approach. You tap Stella's shoulder and suddenly direct your gaze to the shadows. Roy Versailles. Jesus! Welcome home. Before you can respond, the door behind you swings open. A middle-aged woman stands in the entryway.
Go home, Wayne. I can't help you tonight. Go home, Wayne. Can't help you tonight.
You look back and the figure is already gone. Disappeared into the shadows of the night. I'm sorry about that, Stella. Some people just can't be helped.
What brings you out here so late? And who's this?
Hi, Miss Forsyth. This is Roy Versailles. Is it okay if we come in? Of course. You're in luck. I just put on water for a hibiscus tea. Ooh, hibiscus tea. And for goodness sake, you can call me Sybil. You're an adult now, after all. Welcome to my little nook. Oh, look at all those plants. Pothead. It's nice to finally meet you, Roy. I was so sorry to hear about your mother. Vivian was such a lovely soul. She's been sorely missed in the holler. And now poor Pearly Ann is gone as well. Do let me know if there's anything you need while you're in town. Who was that outside? Just a very sick man. You don't need to be worried about him. You knew my mom? Of course, dear. She was a very good friend of mine for many years. She was such a lovely woman. You should come by sometime. I can delight you with unsavory tales of her youth.
How did you know that she died?
Oh, Pearlian was a chatty woman. Not much went on that I wouldn't get an earful of. Bless her heart.
I've never met Pearlian. You don't have to pass on your condolences to me. I have no feelings about the woman.
That's fair, child, but it seemed like the right thing to do.
We need your help.
Ah, yes, I suppose pleasantries can't wait for another time. What's got you here so late? You seem troubled. You know about weird stuff, right? Unexplainable stuff? I'm not sure I follow, dear. I know which oils to use for which aches. I know a bit about classical spiritualism. Just what sort of unexplainable things are you talking about? Duke was killed tonight by something in the woods. Oh my lord, have you contacted the police? Yes, and they didn't take it very seriously. They're not even looking for the body until tomorrow. Those things out there, I don't even know how to describe them. I can't say I know much about the local wildlife. My daughter has always had a brighter gift for nature than I. This wasn't the local wildlife, Miss Forsyth. Here, I can show you. Stella pulls out the memory card she just swiped from her camera and pops it into her phone. I wasn't about to just let the police hold on to this, at least not before we had a chance to make a copy. Smooth. The cops wouldn't know what to do with the footage. The cops wouldn't know what to do with that footage anyway. Imagine if they accidentally erased it. Exactly. I'll give it to them if they ask again, but for now, we can examine the footage for ourselves. What the hell? Sorry about that. Oop. Heard a noise. Where was this? Up the mountain, to the northwest. Within the town limits? Yeah. I see. Is there a way to make the video bigger and louder if you can? I need to plug the memory card into the computer. I could go back and get mine. No need. Kanika should still be awake. She can lend us hers. You better come with Stella. I'm sure she'll be I'm sure she'll be more willing to help a friend than her nosy mother. You better come with Stella. You better come with Stella. Kanika, come on out. We could use a little help. What? Mom? Oh. Hey, Stella. And Gretchen, who's a good potato. And a stranger. What are you doing in my house? I was helping Stella film a video in the woods as something terrible happened. Tabitha's cousin? Yep. Sweetie, you were wondering if we could borrow your laptops. Stella and her friend have a video to show us. It's really important, Kanika. Okay. My room's a mess. I'll just bring it out there. Heads up, Kanika. This is graphic. Duke got killed out in the woods tonight. It's on the recording. Wait, are you serious? Duke's dead? We can watch this without you. You know I have a harder stomach than any of our friends. I'm pressing play. Silence washes over the room as the video plays. Stella, what the hell is this? I'm sorry either of you had to see this, but Roy and I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. Stella, are you okay? Did you get hurt? I'm fine, really. I'm okay. I'm fine too. I'm fine too. Thanks for asking. The other three look at you, unsure of what to say. Poor Duke. Poor Bo. Has anyone told him yet? We talked to the police. I hope they told Bo, but Earl and Deputy Franklin didn't seem to be in much of a hurry to do anything. I'll call him later tonight. But for now, we have something far more serious to discuss. I agree.
Those things are still out there, and as long as they are, more people are in danger.
So very true, but not for the reasons you think. These things, my grandmother called them ditchlings. They're a terrible omen, a sign of great suffering and destruction to come. Probably has something to do with the mines. Mom, come on. Whatever's doing this is serious. Stop scaring Stella and Roy with this crap. A man just died. Have some respect. Kinika, sweetie, let your mother talk. The creatures themselves are harmless to people despite the grisly scene in the woods. How can you say that? Duke is dead. An unfortunate accident, nothing more. Just as birds flock before their storm, the ditchlings congregate where tragedy is soon to fall. To see one is to be cursed by fate. To see so many in one place is... Sybil holds her silence. Jesus, Mom, they clearly had a rough night. They don't need this. It's okay, Kanika. This is helpful. Stella, whatever these things are, they aren't magic. We can't rule that out. Not after what we saw. But fine. Let's focus on what we know. Whatever they are, they're doing something to these animals. You saw that nest. What were those growths? I saw something squirming around in that kitchen. Maybe it's some sort of parasitic larval stage, part of their life cycle. But I don't want to jump to any conclusions about something this out there, not without doing some research or talking to a biologist. I'm sure there's a rational explanation that'll clear all of this up. Oh dear, I'd forgotten to tell you about the tea I put on. Let me fix you up a couple of cups. It'll help soothe your nerves. I don't know, it's getting late and I should let Roy get some rest. I ran him ragged today with all the hiking and running through the woods in terror. I can keep going. I can stay out. I'm still wired from everything that happened. Okay, maybe it's that I'm eager to get home and start doing some research. I'll ask around on my usual forums to see if anyone has information on ditchlings. Is that what you call them? That's right. You go on home now and do try to get some rest. Don't stay up all night on the online. Let me get you some of my house-made peppermint tea to go. It really does wonders to soothe the soul. Bye, Stella. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And call me if you need to talk. Thanks, Kanika. I'll see you. Bye, Roy. She don't really like me. It's excellent. Iced or warm. Though with the nights getting chillier, warm would probably be the best. Helps wake up the bones. Be careful out there, both of you. Sybil turns and closes the door behind her. Alrighty, let's head back home. My home, I mean. And here we are. You're welcome to stay the night if you want. I should probably head back before Tabitha has a conniption. Are you sure you're okay heading back up that mountain alone? Honestly, I'm more afraid of making Tabitha mad than I am of those things in the woods. Yeah, Tabby can be really intimidating. Well, I won't stop you if you really want to go back. Here's my number. Call me when you get there, okay? And good luck. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, we're in this together. Yeah, we are. Stay safe, buddy. Oh God, I'm walking the woods by myself. You began the long hike back up to the Scarlet Estate alone. Almost home. You've made it. Your salvation in sight, you make a mad dash to the door. As you raise your arm, the door swings open. Here it comes. Where the hell have you been? I called you back as soon as I had a reception. Did you? I didn't notice. Explorer. I went into the woods with this girl I met to find some cryptids, and it ended up with us watching a man die. Ah, so you met Stella then. Oh, that explains everything. She's gotten you all worked up. I'm going to bed. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, you don't want to... I'm still all hyped up on adrenaline from tonight. I would love to just hang out for a little while. Cool down a bit? No, I'm not going to hang out with you. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Don't do anything stupid while I'm asleep. Just go to your room and sleep. You're alone in the estate. The sound of the wind whistling through the house gives you an uneasy feeling in your gut. It's probably best to turn in and try to leave the night behind you. Oh my god. What? Look at this room. It's super fucking creepy. As you settle into the room, you remember that Stella asked you to call her once you got back. You pull out your phone and call. Hey, how are you? She sound... What the fuck was that? Did I miss something? I was reading something. She sounds a little different, like she's been crying. Did you make it back alright? Yeah, I'm alright. How are you? Totally fine. I mean, as fine as I could be, I guess. You don't have to worry about me. Go get some Z's, okay? I'll see you tomorrow. From the relative safety of this uncomfortable bed. The events of the past evening seem like something that happened to someone else, though you can still clearly picture the terror you felt in those moments.
For now, you're safe, and you're warm. Eventually the sun will rise and chase away the monsters, and make them seem like nothing but bad dreams. Maybe tomorrow, if you're lucky, you wake up in the normal world and have a boring week in the mountains with your sour-faced cousin. It's a nice thought, but deep down, you can't help but worry about things will only get worse. You can't help but worry that things will only get worse.
Please don't tell me that's the ending. Oh, don't tell me that's the ending. I'm having so much fun. Ooh, that's creepy. But it's so cool. Please don't tell me it's over. I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if it's over. They should have her with the dog, and I'm thinking that's her place, but it's probably the library. Dude, this is so cool. Who is that? Who is that? What the fuck is going on in this town? Is that blood? That is so creepy. Oh my god. This is like Stranger Things. Oh my god, this is just like Stranger Things. And the mine. Oh my god. What was that shadow? What's with all the locks? Please don't end it. Please don't end it. Please don't end it. Please do not end it. I will be so upset. No. God damn it.
This is the end of episode 1. Episode 2 will be releasing on Steam in May. If you'd like a pre-order key to the full game before then, or support our development by purchasing some limited edition merch, you can check out our store on BackerKit. If you'd like to continue with the world state in episode 2, please save your game now.
Oh my god, this game is like a build-up of Stranger Things. This is so cool. I love this. I love this, dude. I love this. This is so cool. Oh my god, there's so much mystery in this town. I'm so mad, dude. Monday. So you show up Monday and it's a full week. So you have a whole week of... God, I wonder how long it's going to take for every episode to get finished. Damn, dude. Episode 2 comes out in May. Fuck. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was actually very fun. I'm going to continue playing with voices, but this is actually super neat. So, in the meantime, I hope you guys take care of yourselves, and I hope you guys enjoy the footage. Later.